Welcome to Education Lifeline. This is Trishita Paul, and today we will be simplifying radical expressions using what we learned in our last video. If you haven't watched our previous video on radicals, it will be linked in the description below, as well as in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Please check that video out before watching this one. To make radicals easier to work with, we want to put them in simplest radical form. Simplest radical form means the expression contains only one radical. The radicand is as small as possible, and there is no radical in the denominator of the quotient. Suppose we are asked to simplify the square root of x cubed. What we want to do is break down the radicand, in this case x cubed, into simplest form. We can break down x cubed into x times x times x. Now, to simplify any radical, we take out the group of numbers that corresponds to the index. If we have a square root, we will take out a pair of two numbers. If we have a cube root, we would take a group of three numbers. The index in this example is 2 because we are using square root, so we must take out any pair of two numbers or variables. We can rewrite this expression as x times the square root of x. This right here is simply x. And we tag along the rest of the expression square root of x, and we have the simplest form of this expression. Now let's try to simplify the square root of 32 x cubed y squared. Let's break down each of the numbers and variables. 32 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. X cubed is x times x times x. And y squared is y times y. Now that we have broken down the expression, we can pair up the numbers. We have two 2's here, two 2's here, and we don't have another 2 to pair up with this 2, so it will remain under the radical. We have two x's, we also have two y's, and this x will remain under the radical. We can rewrite this for better visualization as 2 squared times the square root of 2 squared times the square root of 2 times the square root of x squared times the square root of x times the square root of y squared. If we are taking the square root of anything squared, it is just the number that we are squaring. So here we have square root of 2 squared will just be 2. Once again, times 2 times square root of 2 times x times the square root of x times y. Now we can rearrange this and combine like terms. 2 times 2 is 4. We have an x and y out of the radical times the square root of 2 times the square root of x. Anytime we have two square roots multiplied to each other, we can rewrite it as the square root of 2x, and that will be the simplest version, simplest radical form of this expression that we had to begin with. If this video was helpful, please drop a like and subscribe to Education Lifeline. Be sure to watch part 2 of this video where we rationalize denominators. And Watch our other videos on exponents and radicals. Check the description below for other helpful resources. Thanks for watching.